In this video, I'm breaking down the crucial steps to sending text messages that keep her hooked, fuels her curiosity, and as a result will make her want to see you in person. So let's dive in. Now, there's really a formula to sending text messages to women. There's a framework you can follow. At the end of the day, bring your own vibe, bring your own energy, be authentic, be your playful self, your humorous self, your charismatic self. Bring your own energy to this. I'm all about giving a framework, but not telling you what to say because at the end of the day, you're your own man. And I'm just empowering you to step your game up when it comes to text messages. If you're not getting the responses you're wanting, or you're not taking it to a phone conversation, or it's not carrying over to have her want to see you in person and go out on a date with you. Another point I want to make is that women do not want pen pals. So that's not the point of this where you two get into a steamy, hot text message that goes on for pages long and days long. No, by that time you should have taken it to a phone conversation because the only other use for text messages is to give her like details around, if you're meeting her somewhere and you just want to send it off so she can have something to read. Maybe you're driving and you can't call her at the moment. Things like that. Number one, you always want to build anticipation. This is going to help create the polarity between you two. And polarity, if you don't know what that is, it's basically a dance, the dynamic between the masculine, you, and the feminine, her. And you always want to have that dance going and have it building. That's also going to create sexual tension. And it's also going to let her know that you're attracted to her, that you like her. Remember, flirting is all about insinuating and telling someone I'm attracted to you, but in other words, basically with tease and play and humor. You build that anticipation and have it keep escalating. And you can pace yourself on this. You don't have to rush and go straight to like sexting. Really use it with play and flirting, but also asking her questions to get to know her. Like I said, you want to eventually move this to a phone call as soon as possible. An example of a text message to show you how to build anticipation, I'm not telling you to use this, is to say something like, I have a surprise for you, but I'm going to make you wait for it. Now, you might have to know her a little bit to say this because the word make is very dominant. It's very masculine. And some women can take it the wrong way, unfortunately. If a man sent me a text like that, personally, I would be turned on. If you know anything about BDSM, there's always a dominant and there's always like a submissive. This is a way, saying something like that is a way for you to hop into your more dominant vibe, masculine energy, and it's hot. Things like that. I'm not saying to send that, but just to give you an example. The next thing you want to do in this formula with texting her is you want to keep her curious, keep her intrigued, because that's going to get her brain and her heart working and her, her chemicals in her system, and it's going to like help create excitement and have her coming back to wanting to respond to you. I love when you're in like a hot little text exchange with somebody, you see those little three dots. If you have an iPhone and you're like, they're racing to like text you back because they just love the banter that's going on between you two. They love what you're saying. An example of this, as far as just like a text message to keep her curious, is something like, thought about you today, but I'll tell you the details later. That's going to keep her curious. You don't know how she's going to respond. She might, respond a little spicy, like, why can't I know now? I want to know now, or she might respond like, oh, really? Why are you waiting to tell me later? Do you want to see me? Like things like that. It opens up invitation for her to respond even a little bit spicy and to leave you even more curious or bring some intrigue to you. The third thing you want to do to add to this formula is to always make sure some of your text messages leave a little mystery and add a little playfulness and teasing. Remember, that's really going to rev up the polarity between you two, and you always want to have that going. She might actually invite you into playing with her with words. She's in tune with her feminine energy. Feminine women, they are really connected to the playful, fun, pleasurable part of themselves, and so they're going to express that in text messages, conversation. You're going to feel that from them when you see them in person. But I want you to keep it in mind so that you can invite her into that playfulness and mystery as well if she doesn't initiate it first. So it's great to have that thought and remember this part of the formula and have that in your back pocket. And one example of a text message that you can send that sparks the mystery and is a little bit of playful is something like saying like, I have a challenge for you, are you up for it? And I think that is so juicy because that can lead the conversation anywhere. It could even be a fun intro to like a date you want to take her to that's out of the norm. Like you want to take her rock climbing or go to an escape room or something like that. And you just want to see if she has an open mind, if she's, likes to do exciting things on a date like that, or if she likes to be challenged. I love being challenged by masculine men. It's a turn on when it's done correctly and thoughtfully and with some playfulness involved. That's about it. Remember, build anticipation, leave her curious and intrigued and wanting more, and always keep some of those text messages a little mysterious and playful to create that fun connection between you two. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for listening. Like the video, comment below. Let me know some of the text messages you sent to women or what you think about it that kept women you were dating or you're in a relationship now that kept them wanting more. And still, you can do this when you're in a relationship with somebody. It doesn't stop at the beginning dating stages. So, again, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you're feeling what I'm putting down in these videos. And until next time, I'll see you in another video. Ciao.